Hello, my dear students. Today, let us discuss about the mechanism and regulation of blood clotting. Blood is a fluid connective tissue composed of a fluid, the plasma, and the cells, the blood corpuscles. The volume of the blood in an adult person is about 5.5 liters. It is slightly alkaline fluid having pH 7.4. Blood is composed of watery fluid called plasma and floating bodies known as foam elements or corpuscles such as red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles and blood platelets respectively. Next comes to the structure of blood platelets. Blood platelets are also known as thrombocytes. These are the smallest of the foam elements in the circulating blood. In mammals, the platelets are fragments of protoplasm and they are also known as cytoplasmic bodies. These are derived from giant cells known as megakaryocytes in bone marrow. Although platelets lack nucleus, they do possess a variety of metabolic enzymes and cellular organelles. There are approximately 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs platelets per cubic millimeter of blood. A marked decrease in the number of circulating platelets is known as thrombocytopenia. Platelets initiate the blood clotting process at the site of vascular injury. If the rupture of the blood vessel is small, the formation of platelet plug is sufficient to close off the vessel. If the rupture is larger, the release reaction initiated by the platelets stimulates a series of reactions leading to the formation of fibrin from fibrinogen and the formation of a fibrin clot. Next comes to mechanism of blood coagulation. When the blood is shed, it loses its fluidity in a few minutes and sets into a semi-solid jelly. This phenomenon is known as coagulation or clotting. On keeping further, the clot retracts to a smaller volume and presses out a clear straw-colored fluid known as the serum. The serum will not clot anymore. The coagulation is the property of blood plasma alone. The red blood corpuscles do not take part in it. They only become caught up in the meshes of the clot and thereby removed. It is due to this fact that the clot has a red color and serum is a clear non-cellular fluid. There are 3 main steps involved in the mechanism of blood coagulation, namely, number 1, origin of thromboplastin, number 2, conversion of prothrombin to thrombin, and number 3, conversion of fibrinogen to fibrin. These are discussed as follows. Number 1, origin of thromboplastin. In body, there are 2 sources of thromboplastic activity, the intrinsic in the plasma itself and the extrinsic in the tissues. The most potent tissue, extrinsic, thromboplastin, is found in saline extract of brain, lungs, placenta, and the testes. From this and the other tissues, including blood vessels, thromboplastin is liberated as a result of injury. In addition to calcium ions, thromboplastin requires for its activities the presence of 3 factors found in the globulin fraction of normal plasma. These factors include factor 5 found in plasma, factor 7 and 10 which are found in serum. Next comes to conversion of prothrombin to thrombin. Prothrombin is a globulin type of protein circulating in plasma. Prothrombin is produced in the liver by a process which requires vitamin K. The drug dicumarol blocks the action of vitamin K. Consequently, little prothrombin factor 7, factor 9 and factor 10 is made available and the clotting time is prolonged. It may be regarded as a proenzyme in active form which is converted to the enzyme active thrombin through the action of various factors. The well-known bleeding condition hemophilia is characterized by excessive loss of blood from injury and is caused by the absence of inactivity of some plasma factor. In classic hemophilia A, it is factor 8 which is known as anti-hemophilic globin, and in hemophilia B, factor 9 which is also known as Christmas factor. Due to the deficiency of these factors, the conversion of prothrombin to thrombin is delayed greatly or even prevented. Next come to conversion of fibrinogen to fibrin. In the presence of thrombin, the soluble fibrinogen is converted into insoluble fibrin with the formation of palm clot. This reaction occurs in 3 stages. Stage 1, proteolysis, stage 2, polymerization, and stage 3, clotting. Stage 1, proteolysis. During this process, thrombin acts upon arginine glycine linkages in fibrinogen and produces 2 molecules, each of the fibrinopeptides A and B. The residual portion being known as fibrin monomer. Next stage is polymerization. The fibrin monomers promptly undergo polymerization first by end to end and then by side to side alignment. Third stage is clotting. In the absence of calcium ions and other serum factors, the so-called fine or soft clot is formed, which is solubilized. On the other hand, in the presence of calcium ion and a serum factor known as fibrin stabilizing factor, which is also known as fibrinase, the clot becomes coarse and hard, which cannot be solubilized. The following theories have been proposed to explain the mechanism of the clotting of blood. Number 1 theory, Bass and Tyler's theory. According to this theory, 4 substances are necessary for coagulation. These are prothrombin, calcium ions, thromboplastin, and fibrinogen. Prothrombin is produced in the liver and is present in small quantities in the blood plasma also. Thromboplastin is a fatty compound found in the tissues. Calcium occurs as an inorganic constituent in the plasma. Fibrinogen is a soluble protein found dissolved in the plasma. These are about the first theory. Next theory is Howell's theory. It states that clotting mechanism of mammalian blood takes place in two distinct stages. Stage 1, formation of thrombin from prothrombin. Stage 2, action of thrombin on fibrinogen. The third theory is Poole and Spiro's theory. According to this theory, it takes into account the presence of the enzyme thrombokinase, which is produced specially by blood platelets and reacts as follows. Thrombokinase react with calcium ions and prothrombin to form thrombin. Next, thrombin react with fibrinogen to form fibrins. Next comes blood coagulation factors. International Commission on Blood Coagulation suggested a system of nomenclature of blood coagulation factors which are designated by Roman numerals. These are number 1, factor number 1, which is also known as fibrinogen. It is globulin in nature and is distinguished from other plasma proteins by its property of clotting, during which fibrinogen is converted into fibrin. Factor number 2, or prothrombin. It is also protein in nature and is manufactured in the liver. However, vitamin K is essential for the formation of prothrombin. Factor 3, or thromboplastin or tissue factor. It is a protein having a molecular weight 43,000. Next is factor number 4, which is also known as calcium. Ionic calcium acts as a cofactor in coagulation. It is essential for the formation of both intrinsic and extrinsic thromboplastins, and also in the conversion of prothrombin into thrombin. Factor 5, which is also known as labile factor or accelerator globulin or proacelerin. This factor is necessary for the complete conversion of prothrombin into thrombin by both intrinsic and extrinsic thromboplastins. Factor number 6. It is also known as acelerin. This factor is a hypothetical activation product of proacelerin. Next, factor 7. It is also known as stable factor or proconvertin. This factor is present in the plasma and is not used during clotting. Next, factor 8. It is known as anti-hemophilic factor A. This factor helps in the formation of intrinsic thromboplastin and intrinsic prothrombin conversion. The deficiency of this factor leads to a disease known as classical hemophilia. It is also known as bleeder's disease. Next, factor 9. It is also known as Christmas factor or anti-hemophilic factor B. This factor is necessary for intrinsic thromboplastin formation. The absence of this factor leads to a disease known as hemophilia C. This disease was first seen in a patient named Christmas, hence the name Christmas factor. This factor is not involved during clotting. Next, factor 10 or Stout-Brower factor. This factor activates prothrombin to thrombin. Factor 11, it is also known as anti-hemophilic factor C. This is activated by the active Heckman factor, factor 12A, and ultimately leads to the formation of thrombin. Deficiency of this factor leads to hemophilia D and is transmitted as a sex-linked dominant in both these sexes. Next, factor 12, it is also known as Heckman or surface factor. This factor is also known as the clot promoting factor. Next factor is factor 13 or fibrin stabilizing factor or fibrinase. The active form along with calcium ions convert soft fibrin clot to a solid fibrous state. Next comes to the coagulation time. Coagulation time is the length of time required for coagulation to occur after the blood has been shed. That is, it is a measure of the effectiveness of the intrinsic clotting system. The time varies in different people. 5 to 8 minutes may be regarded as the normal range. From the above discussion, it is concluded that blood is a mobile fluid connective tissue. It consists of a fluid, the plasma, and the cells, the blood corpuscles, namely red blood corpuscle, white blood corpuscles, and blood platelets. The platelets are the smallest of the blood corpuscles, usually about 2 or 3 micron in diameter. Normally, there are about 2,50,000 to 5 lakhs platelets in each cubic millimeter of circulating blood. The process of blood coagulation is a vital mechanism of defense against excessive loss of blood. Microscopically, clot consists of blood corpuscles in a network of thread-like fibrins. Inside blood vessels, the blood does not clot due to the presence of an anticoagulant known as the heparin secreted by mast cells, which are found around capillaries. The blood coagulation is a very complicated process. Various theories have been proposed to explain the phenomenon of coagulations. These are about the blood and its coagulation. Thank you.